Welcome to the podcast of School Beyond Limitations. In this podcast, you will learn how to guide your child through their school life with the intention to help them find their unique essence that will allow your daughter, your son to live a fulfilled and meaningful life.
How can conflicts between siblings be solved? My name is Dr. Martina. I'm the co-founder, CEO and developer of School Beyond Limitations. If you would like your child to live a fulfilled and meaningful life, then this channel may be the right channel for you. Well, how can conflicts between siblings be solved? I think that's a normal thing that siblings sometimes struggle with one another, that there are arguments within the family that can also, happen. It's just a normal situation of development also, because there are different personalities that are coming together, and the different personalities, of course, they want to be seen. And certainly a very important aspect to solve such conflicts and to understand such conflicts is, in the first place, to keep calm and neutral as a parent, as an adult. It is very important for all the siblings, for all your children, to feel seen and understood, and so that there are no, preferences between the siblings, and that the siblings understand, okay, my mother, my father, they really mean it well with both of us. And there is a very important tool that helps also understand the various and different personalities, and I can't stress that more. It's the understanding and the insights that human design actually gives us. I already talked about human design in a previous episode, so please listen to that again, because the human design studies, they allow me to understand which kind of personality I have in front of me. I mean, if I have a personality who is more, withdrawn and needs their space and their time out, then I understand that I can't just, immediately discuss with them, conflicts or whatsoever. They need to steam off first. They need to get away first. They need to have their space to reflect first. While maybe the other sibling, who is a generator, who always reacts to everything and is very impulsive and very emotional, needs a different approach and needs to just feel seen. So first and foremost, I think, if I as a parent, if I as an adult understand that I have to deal with different personalities, then there lies a huge, treasure within, because this treasure helps you also communicate to your respective child that they are different. They will be treated the same way, but they are different, and as such, this has to be embraced. So first and foremost, as mentioned before, it's important to stay just calm and show empathy, and allow all your siblings to be listened to. So listen to both or three parties, listen to them all, allow them to express their feelings, express their emotions, express their points of view, and allow them to just, feel seen. And then, when your children see that you actually really mean it seriously, that you take time, that you see them for the personality they bring along, that you are really very interested in solving, the issue within the family as a team, then they will find out, that there is a clear expectation, a clear standard within the family, that you want to solve any kind of argument, any kind of conflict with one another, with you as a parent being this mediator, being the person who brings the arguing siblings together in a way where both feel seen. So come together, to set clear expectations. Make it clear to them that in your family, the language is a language of non-violence, that there are no swear words that are used, that you expect as a team certain behavioral approaches, that you expect them together and agree them together. Tell them, how would they like to be treated. So invite them to see reality from their own perspective, but also invite them to see their reality from the perspective of their respective sibling, of their respective other. And that allows them then to actually open up towards different ways of seeing the conflicted situation, the conflict situation. And that allows them to understand that there is always a possibility to resolve any conflict. So show them, by staying calm, by staying neutral, that there are techniques that they can apply. Techniques such as, first and foremost, calm down, introduce some mindfulness exercises, breathing exercises, make them just calm down, steaming off, and then come back and clarify the situation by looking at the situation, as mentioned before, from their own perspective, by summarizing what they said, and by inviting them again to look at the situation, at the conflict from the perspective of the other, and show always that, it's important that they accept their respective emotions, that they accept their respective perspectives, but that they also accept and acknowledge that in order to find a resolution for any conflict, they are invited to go beyond their own perspective, and that it is important to go through these different stages, and then to together to talk about their respective resolutions as well. So encourage them to empathize with the other person, to empathize first with themselves, and if they empathize with themselves and then with the others, then the other sibling, then there falls something important into place. It's the understanding, the insight. Okay, my brother, my sister sees it slightly differently, but we come together because my mother, my father, they encourage us to solve this problem. And what they learn within the family, they can also take it outside of the family, and they realize that with such resolution techniques and conflict resolution techniques, they become much more confident young human beings that are able to solve any conflict also outside of the family. And when this happens, then encourage them to do some bonding exercises and activities where you promote teamwork, where you promote also cooperation by playing games with one another. Introduce games that encourage this teamwork, where they see that where there is also, if you play, for instance, mini golf, we know if somebody is not winning, maybe emotions come up, but show them that once such games help them actually establish a much calmer approach to their own lives. So allow them also and promote for them to work on specific projects. Maybe they can, tidy up the apartment or the house together, or a room together, or they can create a garden together, and then they can create family outings together. And I think all of that will encourage them to build, a team spirit that helps them understand that they are much stronger together than us siblings that constantly argue with one another. So And as always, and I can't stop repeating that, the main element within all of that is be their role model. Show them that each conflict can be solved without raising your voice, without using swear words, without getting aggressive, without getting too emotional, or show them that we are all emotional beings, of course. Show them that your own emotions, they steam off. Show them, tell them that you are in a specific emotional state and that you now just take a time off first. And that role modeling, that really allows for them to, to imitate, to actually duplicate and copy your approach to conflict resolution. And this allows for them to become empathetic young human beings, as I mentioned before. And as I mentioned before, also it's this role modeling and this giving attention individually to each of your children is so important. And you will see, by keeping calm, by introducing mindfulness activities, breathing techniques, conflict resolution techniques, and empathy, that suddenly, this aggressive kind of energy filled within the family will actually dissolve, and the siblings start to see in one another respective others who are completely different. And since they are completely different, they are able to acknowledge their differences, but by understanding and by realizing that their differences are their strength, and as a team they are stronger than ever before. So this is what we are also doing at School Beyond Limitations. We constantly show our students that, solving conflicts is part of life. And I can look at conflict in different ways. It's not about, saying there shouldn't be any conflict. I think it's just normal that we don't always agree on everything. It's actually a good thing that they realize that they are different and they can have different points of view and that they can have different perspectives, and that we actually all embrace that. We should not always be in a position of completely agreeing with everyone. We have different kind of histories, and we have different kinds of biographies and personalities, but at the core there is the understanding that by opening up, by understanding the differences, we have the foundation to understand where we are coming from and to respect one another, because the main aspect is the respectful, exchange between different personalities, with the understanding that everything can be solved. We don't have to come to a conclusion, but we can respect one another. And that's the main and ultimate goal. So if you think that this is something that resonates with you, and you would like your child to experience a school environment like School Beyond Limitations, then you may want to reach out to us. You will find the website in the description.
At School Beyond Limitations, we support our students find their unique essence. Feel free to share the content of this podcast with other parents. We are here to show that your children can, indeed, bring their unique essence into life. So, reach out to us if you think that this is what you'd like your daughter, your son to experience, or apply through our website. Also, leave your comments. Your questions or your review about the podcast, share it with others. And as you know, sharing is caring.